Hello, hello, and welcome to episode 144. I wish it was 149. That would have been so good
Oh,
of the
no.
Making a Marketer podcast. The last time we did this show, it was episode 49. And remember at the beginning I told you that and you went, "Oh no."
Oh, no.
But oh no. Here we are. I'm Megan Powers with Powers of Marketing. I am a 49ers season ticket holder, and my co-host, Jen Cole, is a huge Chiefs fan. Hi, Jen. How you feeling?
I feel all right. I feel a little bit better than I did the other day, honestly. I don't know why, but I do.
Yeah, you know what? That's funny. That's funny because so do I.
Really?
I've been feeling nervous, but I've had this feeling of calm come over me this morning. Like I am, I'm not worried about it.
Same.
I I think that it's going to be close.
Yeah.
We'll listen till the end to give our score predictions. Um, but, you see, you're even Floki is so excited about it.
I tell
Um,
you what, those two, like Floki and Olaf today, have been on something. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they know. Maybe they know. We don't.
all right, my friends, we are revisiting, a if you're listening to us on the podcast, I'm gonna give you a visual. We're recording this live, and I am, decked in my Niners gear. I think Jen is decked in her Chiefs gear, but you can't really see, it's
This, this is
below the thing,
Kelsey
but I
Cole from last
okay,
year. Yeah.
okay. And I've got my screen behind me with my "Do It for the Bay" towel from the playoff game, the divisional against the Packers. I've
Nice.
got another towel back there from the playoffs. I I don't know if it's from last year or when we went to the Super Bowl 4 years ago, but, there's gonna be all sorts of okay, it's funny because I put a little deck together to show some visuals, but what I didn't pull together is something that I find to be one of the most remarkable things, and that's about all of the coaches and players, um, like, who coaches who were players
Yeah.
and familiar members, for my 49ers. So, um, the last time the 49ers won the Super Bowl, yes, it was a long time ago. Yes, it was, 29 years ago, which people like to remind us of all the time. I would like to point out that when you all beat us in Super Bowl 54, it had been how
The
long?
first, the first time since like the
In
first, like the
the
80s, 50s.
no, earlier than that. It was like the 2nd or 3rd
It was forever.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it was one of the first Super Bowls.
So this happens. These things,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also and I know that you guys have gone to the Super Bowl 4 out of the last 5 years. Um, we we've gone to the NFC Championship game 4 out of the last 5 years
Woo-hoo.
and have only gotten there twice, but yeah, in the last 2 years in a row kind of, got hurt a little, um,
Yeah,
by the Eagles, and, anyway, I don't wanna talk about that. Did think
Eagle top.
positive things. Oh, cry Eagles cry, sorry, not playing this year. Um, um, but, yeah, so what's the chatter around Wichita this week?
Oh, it is wild around Wichita this week, but I had to run some errands today, and it was so funny because everyone's out, like, in Chiefs gear. It's Red Friday, of course, that's what
Yeah.
it's Red Friday is any Friday before game day, and, yes, we're before game day, but it's, like, insane right now, and it was so funny because I went to Sephora as one of my errands because I had to get more red lipstick. Did. This is it's a thing, okay? And, when I was checking out, the girl was like, "Do the Chiefs play tomorrow?" I was like, "Honey." And then the lady next to her goes, bestie, no, they play in the Super Bowl on Sunday." I was like, "Yes, that," and she's like, "Oh, so there's gonna be dips this weekend." I'm like, "Oh, there's gonna be all the dips this week. You go."
Yeah, I guess it does become hard for those of us who are big fans to understand those who don't. But, like, the Super Bowl is
Yeah, you would think.
kind of a big news thing even if it's not a regional news thing, which it definitely is where you live, like,
everywhere.
how do you miss even social media? Like, I don't
The grocery stores with the cupcakes and the everything, you
yes,
know?
not
It's
the
everywhere.
brightest bulb in that lamp, that one, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Uh, I wonder if there's a little, complacency. You know, you guys are like, "Yeah, we've been here before, we got Pat, we're
We got
good." What's the sentiment around, around, you know
Are
well,
you
first
talking
of
about
all
the
that,
shift from
and
Mahomes to Kelsey? That hype?
well, well, no, I'm just saying in general, you guys, like you said, "Oh, you didn't have a great season," right? You
No. We had
you
a
didn't,
weird season.
but you still yeah, so this is the worst you guys have played and you're still in the Super Bowl, which says
Yeah.
a lot about the way your team performs in the playoffs, and I think that's what scares the Niners fans more than anything is Pat in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, for
But,
sure.
and someone it was funny too because someone who knows nothing about sports today said they were surprised that the Niners were favored given how many times you guys had been to the Super Bowl, and I wanted to point out to him, like, "Well, we've actually been to the Super Bowl, more times.
Yeah.
We have and
Yeah.
we have more wins." But I said, "Well, I think what's weird is that even though the line it's only a point and a half, which to me is makes it like 0, but also um, the sentiment everyone I hear talking about it thinks that the Chiefs have it in the bag. I don't hear anybody
Really?
saying, "Oh, the Niners are gonna do it,"
Yeah, honestly,
who
I
aren't
hear it
homers.
out here, and they keep moving. Tim checks the line, like, every single day, and hasn't it been moving, though?
It was one yeah, but I don't think I haven't seen it to where you guys were favored. It's been between a point and a half and to a point and a half, like,
Yeah, which
in
almost makes it
the
moot
Niners.
because aren't you guys are we considered home or are you guys? I don't know that.
N
It was
no, you
us.
guys are home team.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
you are home team, which actually it's funny because my sister texted me and she said, we're wearing white." Uh, she said, "In case you missed it, Niners will be in their whites and KC in red." And I said, "Yeah, they
Oof,
got to pick
oof.
because you guys are home team. Again, it switches every other year, NFC and AFC.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
you guys wore red last time, and when we wore white, we were also in white the last time we won the Super Bowl. But also the white uniform team has won 37 out of 57 Super Bowls too. So there's, you know, that
We
if
shall
you
see
believe that
them
nonsense.
wearing, like, light gray and me wearing red. Oh, we're ready. We're ready.
Okay, so part of this is us like, we've been pretty kind so far, but I've got some arsenal. Um, we're
Same
gonna, like, trash talk a little, but we're also going to, we're gonna trade, um, social media stats. But I did wanna say, obviously, our teams are the same colors, so that's kinda why I didn't wear red, but, I mean, we're red and gold, and I feel like you guys are like ketchup and mustard.
We're ketchup and mustard. Yeah, you guys are like golden, like jewelry golden, like metallic golden, right?
Like yeah, like my cup.
Yes. Oh, and see, ours is like it's ketchup and
And
mustard.
my nails.
See, I haven't painted mine yet. Huh.
Yeah, exact same as I, did the last 2 the playoff games. I thought, if I can do anything to help
Right.
drive the results of the game, I
Let me
wanna do
see
that.
those again. Hold on. Let me see those. Oh my god, I love it. They're so pretty. Very,
Thanks.
very pretty.
Just, a little golden red for those listening. With little my party nail is the gold nail,
Whoop, whoop.
as they say. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Facebook. And I'm starting here because we're crushing you, and this is the only one we're crushing you in.
Do
And
do you have them compared, or do I need to look this up as we go?
I can show if you want me to show, I can do that. If you wanna see it, I can do that. Let me pull this off screen and see if I can share. Um, alright. I've never shared on a StreamYard before.
Ooh,
Present,
thanks.
share screen. Oh, I did? I did. It says to open my my preferences, and I did that. It's on my Google Drive. Oh, that's fun. That is, disappointing. Okay, there it is. No, there it is. Okay, share. All right. Now, oh, okay. So we're not seeing it on our screen, and we don't have any listener or any viewers right now, so I can't tell. Can you see it?
No.
Oh, I gotta add it to the stage. That's what it is. Okay.
Ooh, there we
All
go.
right. Learning. Okay. So I'm going to, yeah, center that a little. Okay. So 49ers. Oh, I went Facebook first. I'm not going in order because I was just because of the number. I personally think that this Facebook number has something to do with age. I think that there are a lot of older. Yes, there are young Niners fans, but because of the history
Uh-huh.
and how we've been good for so long, there's a lot of our fan base is older, and meaning so that means they're on Facebook. And
Yeah.
so I think that that's part of it. We may have started our account earlier. Swifties are not on Facebook, and I'm gonna
No,
address
most of them.
the fact that that Kelsey's that Taylor's boyfriend has probably garnered a lot of fans, social media fans for the Kansas City Chiefs. Would you argue against that?
Oh, no, I won't argue against
Okay.
that. I think that's
Okay.
exactly correct. Honestly,
So
it's a good thing to notice.
on that Twitter, we're tied 2.4 million and 2.4 million, but engagement on Twitter around the Chiefs went up 85% after she was at her first game and was
Oh,
on
that is
TV.
yeah, I'm not surprised. People went bananas. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "No, she would never date him," and then she shows up at the Chiefs game, and I'm like, "Well, so that's a
Uh,
thing. Awesome."
so yeah, I mean, and the people who are angry about it are it's just it boggles my mind. The
Yeah.
best thing I've been hearing is that there's lots of little girls that wanna watch football with their dad now,
I
and
know,
I
they
just
love it.
think that that is
Amazing.
we're growing a whole new crop of football
Yes,
fans. I mean,
yes.
even Taylor Swift herself said, "I didn't really know about football before, but it's such a fun game. I love it." Like,
Yeah,
so,
and
um
it's wild because her dad was friends with Andy Reid for a while, like, before this
oh,
whole thing even happened. It's so crazy to me, like, they're huge her family is a big Eagles fan, but Andy used to coach at coach for the Eagles. I don't know, it's bananas.
huh.
Like, the whole thing is so cool.
Yeah, that's super interesting. Okay, so right now the Niners are ahead because, you know, we crushed you by 1.5 million on Facebook. All right,
Yeah.
and now we go to TikTok where you all are just blowing it out of the water, and I don't really know. I personally just got on TikTok for the first time in a year and a half this week to look at the to look at the numbers. Um, so
I think it's a combination of things here, honestly. The
what's
TikTok
that?
thing, well, I mean, one, the Chiefs are amazing at content. They have the franchise, you know, their YouTube series, but and then they post clips of that to TikTok. But then also, you know, we have Travis Kelsey and the New Heights podcast,
Yeah,
which you know drives a whole buzz. And then obviously the Swifties are on board and the Swifties are on TikTok. That's where they're at.
right. Are is New Heights advert 'cause I'm watching it. I'm one episode behind. I just watched the one right after the, championship games. But, are they posting clips of New
Mhm.
Heights on TikTok?
Yep, yep, they do. Just like they
Oh,
do on
okay,
Reels. Same thing.
okay.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so that's it, man. Like, and it's the number 1 podcast in sports globally. It
Yeah.
was funny because Trav's like, I don't really understand how we're like they're like number 1 in Croatia, and, like, he goes, "Mexico? Like, do they not have soccer podcasts? Like, what is going on?"
Right? That's
Yeah,
bananas to me, but,
it
you know, I'll
it's,
take it.
yeah. Yeah, and it's a good story that the brothers playing each other last year, that probably influenced numbers for both those teams.
Oh,
Mama
yeah.
Kelsey, and all of that kinda good stuff, so, okay, and I thought we would be better on YouTube, The 49ers are at 300 and I didn't give the numbers for TikTok. So the 49ers have 1.7 million and the Chiefs have 4.2. Now on YouTube, the Chiefs have 527,000 and the Niners have 349,000. But I mean, 49. That, by the way, the number 49 has been coming up everywhere all week. It's crazy. I'll look at the clock. I'll look at the time. The length of a video is 49 seconds. Like it's just, the 49s are everywhere.
49s are
I'm just,
everywhere.
I'm just saying, it's a sign. All right, and then Instagram, you have us by an inch.
Yeah, not very much.
So,
Yeah.
I think Threads is still such a like baby that I don't think those numbers would be, even if they've claimed the account, I'm not sure if they're posting there. So if you want to look that up,
Yeah,
um,
I can do that real quick.
but yeah, so Instagram, Niners have 3.4 million and the Chiefs have 3.6 million. Did you see the the reels and videos that the Niners did this week? They were given friendship bracelets.
Oh, I heard about it, but I didn't see them. Heard about it, didn't
Yeah.
see them. I love it. I love it. Oh, speaking of friendship bracelets, I have signage. So it says touchdown.
Excellent. Touchdown.
I got a whole pack
So
of signs for our Super Bowl get
the the it was so actually cute and wholesome, the reaction of the Niners players. Let's go stop screen. And I'm gonna show you that the first one that they gave out. Google Slides. We are currently, yeah. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Different kind of thing. Present. Share screen. There she is. Okay. This. All right. So Brock was the first one up. And they gave him a bracelet that had 13 on it. So for those of you listening, we have a 49ers fan named Rita, I think Oakley is her last name. And she is an artist. She's the one who drew this picture, and I'll describe it in a second. And when Jimmy was still on the team, she said, drawing Jimmy every day until he gets traded. So that was like, I don't know, 500 something days. And then after he got traded, she decided to do drawing the 49ers until we go to the Super Bowl. So this picture that she drew, it's got Taylor in the upper right-hand corner, and it says 13. It's a really good number. And there's our quarterback, Brock Purdy, wearing number 13. Lucky number 13. I am a 13th baby also. So I have an affinity for the number myself. So yeah, so I thought that was interesting.
That is really cool. I love that so much. Oh my gosh.
All right. And the other image I have on this slide is a picture of George Kittle. I brought him with me today.
Of course you did.
Yeah. He's my only doll, as you put it last time, who's still on the team. So but it's a picture of George. It's an ESPN NFL post, and it says, it's a quote from Travis Kelce, and it says about George Kittle, he's the best tight end in the league, and deservingly so this year.
Oh,
So, yeah.
See, we all share the love. We all share.
All right. It's all good, she says. All right. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about how good your defense is this year, and we have had a really good defense, but our defense hasn't played as well in the playoffs. So I know we're going to turn it around, but I just wanted to point out we have a couple of really good guys on our defense. So pictured here is Nick Bosa, who, as George Kittle stated on media night his thighs are the size of my torso. Um, he has 10 sacks in these playoffs, which is most in our franchise's history.
That's
So
amazing.
that's pretty exciting. And
Mhm.
then, Fred Warner, Freddie, he's a man. He has 84 tackles, which is
Nice.
another record for in franchise history, um, in the playoffs. So, um, I'm kind of skipping ahead here, but we have had more the Niners have had more playoff appearances than any other team, um,
I didn't know
ever.
that. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
38, 38. This will be 39 coming
Wow.
up. But and I'll show you that graphic before too long. But
Is
yeah,
it
so these guys
49
are
minus 10 equals
a
39?
couple of leaders. And did you see the clip of Bosa talking to Brock Purdy?
No,
So first of all,
I haven't gotten to see anything this week, and I'm really sad about it.
Bosa is he's a really slow talking guy.
Uh-huh.
He talks like this, and he just takes his time getting his words out.
Oh boy,
So
that makes me a little nuts.
he where they're in the locker room after they beat the Lions, and he says, "Did you know you were gonna be this good?" I mean, 'cause I was drafted 2nd, and even I had insecurity, but basically telling him, like, "You seem like you're not insecure at all." He goes and Brock's answer, "Well, I can be better." So, there you have it.
That's a good
Boom.
attitude.
Also on this slide, not a defensive guy, but Trent Williams
Mhm.
is I think he's the oldest player on the team, but he's still like he is the most feared offensive lineman in the entire league.
That
11 Pro Bowls. Yeah.
I
So he he won't get at your quarterback. Because he's on the offensive line, but he
yeah.
will prevent people from getting to ours. So we've got that going for us. Um, Travis Kelce, 9 Pro Bowls,
Oh, and
is
you
tied
know
for 5th among active players, which is nice. Um, Pat Mahomes. I see. She just held up a sign that said 87 plus 13 equals 100, so that's Kelce plus. That's cute. What does that one say?
Loving
Love
him
it.
is red.
Okay, alright. So there's a connection. I don't know the context of this, but, Pat Mahomes was quoted as saying, "Travis Kelce hurts my feelings every single day," which I think is kind of funny. And our fullback who's, like, gets made fun of because he's a fullback, but he's, like, really good football player. He also has been named to 8 Pro Bowls, which is, he's tied for 10th among active players. Kyle Juszczyk, and when he does anything, we, shout, "Juice, juice," so it sounds like we're booing him. But
And
she's the one his wife is the one who's making it,
yes,
everyone's jackets. So,
yes, she
sh
is.
and she just got a deal with the NFL. She got her first jacket, uh, put out yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I saw
The
that on
the Super
Instagram.
Bowl
It looks
jacket.
amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Don't you love that? I just love it.
Kristen, yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. As soon as I saw Taylor walking in, I was
Oh
like,
my
"Oh,
gosh.
that's Kristen made that." I totally 100% knew.
And now
Yeah,
everyone knows her name. It's so cool.
yeah.
So cool.
Okay,
She's got a cool product.
so, just taking a look at the season. Um, by the way, for those of you who don't know, our this is our first full season that our quarterback has played. He was a rookie last year, and he's only lost 5 games, at total in the whole time he's been playing. So there's that. Season stats, 49ers, 28.9 points per game average, and the Chiefs have 21.8. So
Yeah.
I think
Ooh,
that's a whole touchdown and a extra point right there.
gosh. That's crazy.
Um, And we have, yeah, and almost 400 yards per game. You guys around what, 350. Passing yards per game, we're higher than y'all at almost 270, and you guys about 258. Rushing yards per game, we are also higher because we have Christian McCaffrey, who got Offensive Player of the Year last night at the NFL Honors.
Oh.
Um, I don't think any Chiefs got any awards last night.
Oh, that's so sad. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any
I
TV.
mean,
It's the
that's okay. And then now on defense, you guys have a really good defense, but for some reason these numbers
Are they
look
from this season? They're
better. Yeah, they're yeah, these are all not playoffs. I'm not giving playoff stats because that is no,
yeah.
not doing that. Um, but yeah, my brother, he says to me, "Did you know that Brock Purdy is last in pass attempts in the league for the whole league? He's number 32." And I was like, "Huh." And I thought, well, maybe that's because Christian McCaffrey's running the ball so much. But then I was like, but then we had 3 players have 1,000-yard seasons.
Dang.
Despite having Christian McCaffrey, the best running back in the league, we had 3 players that broke 1,000, in receiving, yards. So, uh, then I was like, "Oh, huh." And I have another stat later on.
Yeah, shocking.
Not only not only does he have the fewest pass attempts, but he still has more yards. And your quarterback threw over 200 times more than he did. So
You
I'm just
know,
saying.
Patrick Mahomes, like, what did he do? Like, he had tripled his, like, the times he's been sacked in, like, his entire career this season. Ridiculous. Like, probably more than tripled it.
So I just, Patrick Mahomes, Superman, whatever, but we got the up and comer. We got Clark Kent. So
Kent.
um we all right. And Brock also exceeded Patrick in every category, fantasy points, just about every not every category.
Wow.
Um, well, more completions, but yeah, he had Purdy had 4,280 yards. So they're only 100 apart, but there's that's with 107 or almost 100 more passes. He has less yards. So they like to call Brock Purdy a check down guy, a system guy. Like, okay, first of all, yards are yards. Second of all, our coach, he may have had a little buzz on media night on Monday night,
Oh, well.
which I like. I like buzzed Kyle because he
Yeah.
was just more loose. He's usually more of a rigid guy,
Yeah.
and he's like, call him a system quarterback. He goes, I I don't care because the thing is if you run the system, every quarterback is a system quarterback because you run the system that there is. And here's the thing: if you're not doing it, if you're not, things break down, right? If you're not making plays outside of whatever the play was, then you're not going to last. So
Right.
clearly, you work within a system, but then you find ways. Like Brock found his legs in the last game. He started to do some running and convert third downs. So that was pretty exciting
Ooh.
for us to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and on that rushing, that's where obviously he exceeds 75 attempts to Brock's 39, 389 yards rushing to Brock's 144. Um, but Brock has 2 touchdowns and Pat doesn't have any
That's got
this
nothing yet.
season.
Yeah, I
Rushing
guess.
rushing wise, passing
Yeah.
obviously, but, yeah.
So wild.
Um, and they're sacked. Okay, Pat got sacked 27 times, Brock got sacked 28, so that's pretty close. Brock only got intercepted 11 times, and Pat got intercepted 14 times.
Dang, I didn't
Brock
realize.
Brock
Oh, we had such a
yeah.
weird season. It was so
Yeah,
weird. I can't even defend it with trash talk.
I know.
Crazy.
And that's the
Such
thing,
a
and
real season.
that's why I was asking you like, if the what the sentiment is, because I know that you guys have such high standards, and so even when you
Oh,
won
yeah.
this season, you probably weren't terribly happy with how they played, and I get like
No.
that too.
We were shocked that
Um,
they got to the I'm sorry, but we were shocked that we even got to, postseason. And then, like, after even our last win that we had, of the regular season, people are like, "We're gonna maybe win a playoff game." Like, and it took us, like, devouring the last 2 times for people to get back to, "Oh my gosh, this is our Chiefs. These are where have they been all season? They're finally back." Like, people are hyped now, but it took like coming back in the playoffs to really get people excited again and
yeah,
believing it.
well, to be fair, y the Chiefs looked like the Chiefs in the playoffs, unlike they had in the regular season, which is,
Yeah,
like, why I think people and our quarterback didn't look as good in the playoffs as he did in the regular season, so I think that's part of why people are like, "Hey, Pat, I'm not gonna bet against playoff Pat." So,
yeah, yeah,
um, but so,
yeah.
this
Interesting on the
this
like
next what's that?
that's whatever. I feel like a lot of people in the media are saying that right now. They're not going to bet
Yeah.
against Pat again. We'll see what happens.
So, this is like on the NFL app, you can sort stats and stuff, which is pretty cool. So this one, he did Brock Purdy did have the highest rating for the season at 110, but I have this stat up as the 49ers have more first down conversions than anybody.
Wow.
I'm sorry. No, or not more, but our percentage is higher. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
the 42.2%.
Okay.
Um, the Cowboys, had more, but, uh, our percentage was higher, so of the, attempts. And then, yeah, I'm not sure that you're totally in it when you screen capture it, and then I'm like, "Wait, which was that?" So here's the s here's the 38. So most playoff wins, not appearances, wins in NFL
Okay,
history.
gotcha.
So we're at
Dang.
38,
That has so
one
many
ahead of the Patriots. So
Wow.
now, I will
Congrats.
say part of that, you guys for the last 4 times didn't you had to play 1 less game or one what right?
Yeah,
Because I think you guys
at the
had the
bye.
first seed in the bye.
Mhm.
So this year, we didn't have to play the first game. But, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So and then, uh we're the first this is kind of a weird stat. 49ers are the first team ever to have 5 different Super Bowl starting quarterbacks. I think it's 'cause
Oh.
sometimes, like, when you go, you, like, keep, like, the obviously, the Patriots kept Brady for a long time.
Mhm.
We had Montana for a long time. We had Steve Young for a long time. Like, Montana won 3, um, Steve Young won 2. Yeah, so we won our first 5 Super Bowls and, have lost our last 2, so we are due.
You're
Oh, we've
due.
got a viewer. We've
Oh,
got a viewer.
hello there.
Who
Hello.
who is
Mhm.
it? Oh, it's somebody on my YouTube.
Nice.
Welcome. Please put in a comment and we would love to engage with you. If you wanna talk about my background.
You're
I
awesome
mean,
background.
Jen brought props, but she didn't put any effort
No.
into her
Although,
environment.
fun fact, this picture right here, that's our entire family, like Tim's side of the family and the kids and his kids and
Oh, that's
everyone.
cute.
And we're all dressed in our Hopping Gnome Chiefs shirts from a couple seasons ago. The Hopping Gnome put out
I
no,
mean, that would be
Mahomies
super
for
cute
Mahomies for
if you
Mahomies. What
if
is
you could
this?
see it. We also, um, have it have a player, Patrick Willis, getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Finally,
Ooh,
that was announced last night, so very
big.
exciting.
That's huge.
Very, very exciting. Totally long overdue. People were talking about it all week. And I mean,
He's such a film finger. Oh, you know what I brought that you can't see, but I'm we're when we win, we're gonna open this to celebrate.
what year's that from? 22. Okay.
Yeah, it's last year's.
All right. Well,
Woohoo!
we've got 3 viewers now. All right. Who are you? Give us
Who are
some
you voting
comments.
for? Like, who's gonna win the Super Bowl in your opinion? And also, why do you think that?
Um, I just had to pop this back up since we have people watching, so just for a little fanfare. Um, we're gonna win by 3, and, uh,
Oh my
I
gosh,
think
what
it's
is
gonna be 34-31.
oh, that's
Um,
what you're okay. That's different than
but
mine.
I mean, my original I go back and forth between that and 24-21 because, like, your defense is good, our defense is good, but our I don't know. I don't know. What about you? Go
Well,
sports, Lindsay, my niece.
I had us, 31-28 in my opinion.
Okay.
In my
Okay, so
opinion.
that's not too far off, not too far
No,
off.
I know.
This is
I was shocked to know that our numbers would be that close together. It sounds to me like we both think it's gonna be a pretty stressful game.
oh, yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
100%. I'm gonna be in Las Vegas.
Yeah, you
Um,
are. I'm so excited
yeah,
for you. You're taking your sister? You're
my
meeting your sister?
well, she decided to fly here.
Oh, how
She
fun.
lands in, like, 20 minutes, so,
Oh my god.
go sports, Linz. Yeah, it was cheaper to fly here, so
Oh,
she
and
just
then
figured
so you
she'd
are gonna road trip.
yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna drive out there in the morning, and I have some new friends who also commute for the games, so we're sit with them at in the whatever the sports whatever, the restaurant VIP viewing party thing at our hotel, so
That's so much fun. I'm
w
so
we'll go
excited
to the
for
NFL experience and,
wow.
just be with our people,
That is
in a sea of red.
and a sea of red for real. We're hosting, of course. We're hosting. And so these signs, I got a whole bunch of these signs. I got a whole bunch of these red heart glasses. Obviously, we would have to have a Taylor themed Super Bowl party this year. I mean, who wouldn't? If you're a Swiftie and a
Right.
Chiefs fan, why not mesh the two together? So I'm making chili. He's making ribs. We have people bringing stuff. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited.
So, the 49ers, when they enter the field, they enter to, like, dancing. There's a big, um, it's called the oh my gosh, I just lost it's a big boom box, but they call it something else. Bump box. It's called the bump box, and it's huge, and somebody has it on his shoulder. Somebody made a meme video of, it's a Taylor Swift song,
Yeah.
and they, like, pumped it up, and there was clapping in it, and it worked perfectly with the clapping from one of the players, like, running onto the field. So, the joke was, like, wouldn't it be funny if they if they
Oh
used a
God.
Taylor song against him?
It wouldn't be the first time they've used like they played. We got somebody played "Shake It Off" for us when we lost to. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, we've gotten to shake it off at the end of a game that we lost, and yeah,
Well, and I
people.
was gonna say, so the in her Shake It Off video, there's a scene with a big, like, boombox just like that, and
Yeah,
she's dressed in red and black in it.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. I just love it.
Alright, y'all. Anybody have any smack talk to bring to the table for Jen? It's been fairly tame. I only because all the talk, she just accepted it as truth.
I mean, it kind of is though. Like you look back at our season, the only thing that I can say, if you try to tell us that we had a bad postseason, I'd be like, you're wrong, and now we have bad
Right,
blood. So
right. Oh, okay. Oh my
okay,
gosh, friends are just
See, I
so
brought a list
friendly.
of things.
Okay. Um, yeah, but I mean, our quarterback is 24 years old and a humble, like, also, by the way, for his college team, he was 3rd string quarterback and came back and they won a championship with him. And then he was 3rd string last, and then 3rd string quarterback for the Niners, and then should have gone to the Super Bowl last year, but, the Eagles decided to
Those
take
are
out all our
awesome.
quarterbacks. And yeah, so he's going to his 2nd Super Bowl in his 2nd attempt, so or his
Yeah.
1st Super Bowl, sorry, in his 2nd attempt. So, and like I mentioned, we've got the best running back in the league. I know that, your run defense is pretty good.
Yeah. Do you
But
know, I had a bad dream last night that,
Christian
like,
is slippery.
I had a bad dream about, Kadarius Toney last night, dropping the dang ball in the end zone. I was like, "This better not be this better not be, like, a premonition." But then, like, did you read that? Like, I saw a thing. I was reading articles yesterday because I was researching for this. I was like, I need to come up with some fun facts because I haven't been able to watch TV this week. But like, I found the Kadarius Toney thing that said like where he quotes, "If I get the ball," I'm like, you can try to catch it, right? Try something here. That's all I got. I don't
Oh
know.
my
I
gosh,
love
that's
the
funny.
Chiefs. We know this, but I'm also very realistic. We've had a wonderful postseason, but man, we better effing bring it on Sunday.
So, can you see the ladybug on the background?
The
Upper
late
left-hand corner? There's a ladybug in the upper left-hand corner of the background of our window that we're in. Near the
Oh.
bubbles. Can you
I
see?
haven't
Upper left-hand. Can you not see the
oh my
time? This
god, I
is
do
live.
see it. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So
Because
did you hear about our, Brandon Ayuk, our wide Brandon Ayuk's one of our receivers, and, um, after the game, I think it was Aaron Andrews interviewing him, and he said he had a ladybug land on his shoe before the game started,
that's
and
good news for us.
and but here's the thing, Jen, in the parking lot before we went in, my friend Kelly's friend had one on his hand. He goes, "Look, it's a ladybug. Look, it's good luck."
Oh
We're like,
gosh.
"What?" And then the cheerleaders on the celebration thing, the NFL or the Niners cheerleaders pointed out there was a ladybug on the not on the dais, but on the thing below. And so I was like, "Okay." And so then I started Googling, like, what is a what is a swarm of ladybugs, and, like, when do they migrate at a certain time of year? Apparently, in the Bay Area, in the Bay, it's like it's a common time for them to and it's called a lovely. A group of
Oh,
ladybugs is called
no,
a
that's
lovely.
so
It
precious.
really is.
Oh,
So,
that's so lovely.
um,
But I
we're
have to say,
hoping
I have
for
to
all the ladybugs. Huh?
so you start involving nature and insects and things like that into your team culture, things get scary for the other people because I remember when the Royals, had a mantis and we did really good that season. And they took the mantis around game to game to game to game. I swear, I feel like it was after, I don't feel like it was the season that we won. Um,
Like a praying mantis, the bug?
it's like a live praying mantis.
Okay.
Like the somehow ended up, I don't know if it was on someone's shoe or in the dugout or whatever, but then they traveled around with it all season, did really good, and, like, we had mantis shirts and, all this stuff. It builds, like, some kind of awesome vibe when you have something fun like that. It builds community, and it's freaking awesome. God bless
Yeah,
the mantis. And
we'll see.
it's not lovely about your ladybugs. That's my trash talk. It's not lovely.
The your ladybugs are not lovely.
Not
Um,
lovely.
I have like, a very traumatizing memory as a kid where I was like, "Oh, look at these cute ladybugs," and I was gathering them in my hand. I don't know how old I was, like 5, 6, 7, something, and then I opened my hands and I let them go, my hands were all yellow, and I was like, "Ew, they peed on me."
No, thank
So
you.
so I haven't had quite the love for ladybugs that you would think because of that. Until now, it's my love is back. My love has returned. And so since we have some viewers, I wanted to bring this back. I showed this at the beginning. Even Taylor, despite her wanting her boyfriend to win, has an affinity for 13 because it's a really good number. So I'm just throwing that out there. And I know that Kelsey and George Kittle are 87 plus 13 is 100. Um, Kelsey and Kittle are friends. Um, they do they do the tight end academy together or whatever, and tight end day and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to say Travis did say that Kittle was the best tight end of this year. So we'll
He's so
see.
humble. He's so humble. Look at him be the best at being humble.
Okay. He wins. He wins for his humbleness.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Your word in humility. Wonderful.
All right.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I don't wish you luck.
I don't wish you luck, but we know we're still friends.
We are still friends,
We're still
and
friends.
I'm just gonna bring back this guy,
Oh my
Travis
god.
or, George Kittle is
You know I'm taking video of this.
um, he is going my prediction is that he's gonna score the winning touchdown.
Ouch.
That
Ouch.
is my tradition that's my prediction. We are
That is
number 1.
down.
All right. This is fun. If you join late, you may wanna watch it back. This is the this is a little bit more planned than the one we did 4 years ago because I
He's so
wanted to
polished
bring
and
it
amazing.
because I want to win this freaking game. It's
So do
time.
I.
It's our time.
So
It's
do
our
I.
time.
I wanna win.
Yeah, well,
I wanna win too.
it's
Wanna
really
be
hard to win
tied.
back to back. It's really hard to win back to back. I mean, you
Yes,
guys haven't done it yet. We have,
we will.
um, but it's been a minute. So, but it hasn't been done, I don't think since, like, 2003, 4, that when the Patriots did it, so
Oh, the freaking
it's
Patriots.
it's just really hard to get back there. So, all right, y'all, this is fun. This has been a bonus episode, not our normal, but we got a lot of views and listens, lots of downloads last time, so we thought, "Hey, man, let's do it again."
And how often does
And,
this happen? You
I
know?
know. I mean,
Gotta
only every
do
4 years, apparently.
it. So, every leap year. You
Oh,
know what
that's
else
right,
we're
it's
doing this
also
leap year is skee-ball.
oh,
What?
it's like a leap year tradition.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Oh,
What?
that's a trip. Huh, it's our turn. Our turn. Niners go, Niners go.
Go
All right, and
Chiefs.
we have a new listener. All right, we'll hang on for just a second if somebody wants to say hey. Looks like they're on your page. I like that now. StreamYard shows you can hover over the eye and it says where what platform that the people are coming from. So we
Oh,
have
that's
3
so
people
nice.
on my YouTube and 1 person on your Facebook. Oh, and they went away. Oh, just
Ah,
like
yeah,
that.
Joshua. No, just kidding.
All right, friends. This has honorarily been episode 149, but it's really been episode 144. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We hope you have fun. We will probably do a commercial recap of some kind
Oh, yeah.
in the following weeks. Thanks for being with us, and we will catch you next time.